Silent, silent, silent. In the symphonies of loss, silent. I cannot find him in the silence that time bears upon him. Can you find yours? Tell me if you do. We could entwine our fingers around that memory of our first heroes. Thank you.
So this is spoken word.
Yes.
That's the answer.
Yes.
And what a brilliant answer. Thank you for making us all very emotional about our fathers. And as Freudian says, you know, girls have special places,
Absolutely, I agree.
a place for their fathers, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
So now we all know what spoken word is. But अगर आपको किसी एक common इंसान को बताना हो कि what exactly is spoken word, तो आप क्या कहेंगी?
So, spoken word is a form of expression. I think there's poetry in all of us, and poetry doesn't have to necessarily rhyme, or it's a story that comes from your heart, from somewhere in your head. There was a session earlier today where it was very interesting, where they said, Professor Hamid said that if you're still a poet after the age of 25, you're really a poet, because उससे पहले हम सब कविताएं लिखते हैं about heartbreak, about love, about angst as we're growing up, and I think that's true. That's a beautiful thing that he said. So spoken word is essentially bringing, because you know, reciting poetry as we remember it from school is all about कि आपने एक कविता रटी और फिर आप स्टेज पे गए, and based on your pronunciation and how well you remembered it, you got points or you won an award. Spoken word is actually coming from a very old Creole tradition in Africa of storytelling. So mothers would tell stories, which happens in all cultures, but in Africa, mothers would tell stories around a bonfire to their children. And in fact, rap stands for rhythm and poetry. That's where rap comes from. And I will share another poem which is a bit more rap-like here. That's where it comes from. That's where spoken word originated from, and now it's become a form of dissent. It's become a form of protest. It's become a form of expression. And I think anybody can get on stage and do spoken word.
What drew you to this genre, and what inspired you? वो क्या moment था, या what was that time that you thought this is what I'm going to do, or this is what I like? What inspired you?
You know, like most stories, I think have a very silly origin. It was a boy who I liked, who wrote poetry, and we wrote poetry together, and that's how I started. Yeah.
Thanks to that boy, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Great. Who are some of the authors or writers that you read or which you recommend our audience? It can be you, of course, read Sugandha Das.
I mean, I haven't published anything yet, but so in poets, I think in performing poets in today's world, there's somebody called Harry Baker that you can check out on YouTube. He's somebody who has really taken spoken word to the next level. He's invited to every major festival, and very relatable stuff. He does extremely, you know, somebody sitting in the small town of Almora and somebody sitting in New York can equally relate to this British poet. So there's Harry Baker for sure. I don't really read so much poetry. I like prose more in reading. So I would say I like Arundhati Roy, I like Sylvia Plath, I like Amitav Ghosh. I think historic fiction is great, but it's a totally different genre. Yeah.
Right. So जब मैं सुगंधा से backstage कुछ बात कर रही थी, तो सुगंधा ने बोला, you know, poetry is not just voice and words. It's actually everything around us. Now I thought that was beautiful, right? So it's not just voice and words, it's everything around us. Can you tell us what is this everything around us?
So I would say, like, my poetry is inspired by people. It's inspired by people watching, really, or just sitting in a car and you're watching your environment, your landscape. So it can come anywhere. Particularly for me, it's people. I'm actually quite introverted in certain ways. So I think most introverts like to watch people really carefully, because we try to understand how psychology works, and we try to understand how we can actually approach others and speak to them. And I think my poetry really comes from people, really comes from just observing small things, small tasks, like my husband holding on to that bag really carefully because it's my bag. But it can be something as simple as that.
So somewhere it's very personal?
Yes, absolutely. I think poetry is very, very personal, always. Yeah.
So tell me if you can correct me if I'm wrong. आपकी जो poetry है वो personal and political का एक मिश्रण है, like it's a mix of the two spaces.
Definitely. I mean, back in 2012 is when a dear friend, and I brought spoken word to India, and we started a group called Mildly Offensive Content. We were actually very offensive, politically speaking, so we called ourselves Mildly Offensive. So I think the personal and the political cannot be separated. I think they're pretty much one. Yeah.
On that note, do you have any personal poem that we request you to please?
So I have a poem which is actually about a love for words, because this was something sometimes I will just look at a word and I will say that's really pretty, or I will really enjoy it like we enjoy like a piece of cake or like something to eat. So this one doesn't have a title. It just goes like this. There are words that become old friends, and there are words that become bitter enemies. I like saying cobbler and pebble street, savoring them on my tongue like new candy to a child. I like saying cougar too. Cougar, cougar, cougar. Not like the woman with the teenage daughters sagging and perky sticking out, red lips and pink lips hiding age and youth alike. No, not cougar like that. Cougar more like the instinctive animal, cobbler more like a man of stories than a mechanic of shoes, and pebble streets where I can walk bare feet and feel the alternating cool and hot like fresh cookies and an Oreo shake. I could never really say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious without sounding overly rich like the young man with drug money his father gave him after severing a derelict's head. I like my people the same way too, not long twisting cardboard cutouts you could buy at the mall, more scented like fresh earth on a wet morning day. This is how I can fill up those empty spaces that jut out like abandoned shop windows in me. And this is how I will continue to say words like cobbler, pebble street and cougar.
क्या आप लोगों ने भी एक चीज नोटिस करी? she has sort of rhythm, right? It's like very rhythmic. So ये क्या एक सेंस है, like it becomes a little performative. तो ये जो performance वाला angle आ जाता है, उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए.
So when you feel your own words, actually, if you stand in front of a mirror और आप अपनी poem या अपनी दो line खुद को पढ़ें, एक flow आ ही जाता है. You just have to get over the shyness of it. Because we'll read it and we'll feel a bit shy even with ourselves. कि हम आईने के सामने खड़े and we'll giggle at ourselves. It's happened to me as well. But once you overcome that, then the flow just comes. It's just natural. Yeah.
So there are a lot of writers here.
Yes.
What would that one thing be जो आप उन्हें कहना चाहोगे? Like there might be writers who have never come up on stage. बहुत सारे writers होंगे जिन्होंने सोचा होगा पर लिखा नहीं है अभी तक. What would you say to them?
So I think बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप खुद के लिए लिखें. I was having this conversation with Kritika earlier. It's not about the limelight. It's not about finding people who can read your work. It's about you just enjoying your work, and the people who like it will follow. It will always happen. There's been, because I want to wrap this up. There's been a little shift in my writing क्योंकि मैं 15 साल से अल्मोड़ा में रह रही हूँ, and वो थोड़ा post colonial hangover वाली चीज़ हो रही है, post convent school and everything, and English honors and all of that. कि I haven't really written much in the last few years, but whenever it comes to me, it is now coming to me in Hindi. So there is एक मैंने बहुत छोटी सी कविता लिखी है जो हिंदी में है, जो थोड़ा बहुत पहाड़ों के बारे में है. Please bear with me. It's a work in progress. So I would like to just read that to all of you. Yeah. इसका भी कोई title नहीं है. Actually, I call myself nameless verses because I don't think there can be a name to things that I write. Yeah. Okay. इस देश के सिक्कों में गांधी कभी कभी दिखते हैं और कभी कभी इस देश के नोटों में, लेकिन दिल वालों की दिल्ली में नहीं दिखते. दिल्ली से अल्मोड़ा का रोड का रास्ता सिर्फ 300 किलोमीटर का है. दिल्ली से अल्मोड़ा के दिल का रास्ता हिमालय जितना ऊंचा है. इसे बड़ी गाड़ियां नहीं, असौज में ईजा का लूटा ही पार कर सकता है. शहरों में हमने बहुत धक्के खाए और चैन की नींद सिर्फ पहाड़ों में आई. तो आज जब अपने दोस्तों को देखते हैं तो हंसते हैं. एक तरफ वर्क फ्रॉम होम में पड़ा है दोस्त लैपटॉप ताने कुर्सी से बंधा हुआ, और दूसरी ओर एक बूबू वर्क फ्रॉम फॉरेस्ट करते हैं, गाय बकरी चरा के, बांसुरी बजा के, घर की मडुआ रोट और पिसी नून खा के. पहाड़ घर तो बन गया है, लेकिन यहाँ के गांधी भी अब शहर जैसे होते जा रहे हैं। अधिकतर सिर्फ नोटों और सिक्कों में ही दिखाई देते हैं। काश की हिमालय की चोटी और बांझ के जंगल में भी दिखाई देते।
बहुत बढ़िया। सुगंधा, आपने शुरुआत में बोला था कि द स्पोकन वर्ड एक डिसेंट और रिवोल्ट और प्रोटेस्ट का भी एक मीडियम बन चुका है, राइट? हाउ आर यू सीइंग दैट in a more socio-economical political setup? How do you see that genre, and how are you
very fast?
yeah, and how are you implementing or being a part of it or participating in that sense?
So definitely once the elections happened and in 2014 we had a new government in power. I mean, that's a different conversation. That's when we started mildly offensive content, because the whole idea was to be able to have political dissent. So बहुत छोटी सी पहल थी हमारी कि हमारा एक पोइट्री ग्रुप था, 15-20 लोग आके हमें शुरू में सुना करते थे, but at least the voice was going out there, and I think dissent in any form is important for a democracy to function.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Is there any other short poem that you'd like to perform? Right?
No, I think this is
Is
good.
that-
I think we have a lot of people waiting for the next music event also.
Yes, we have one more event.
Yeah.
But I'd like to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
Because यहाँ बहुत सारे writers हैं. आपकी process क्या होती है? जैसे एक thought आया, तो वो पहले दिमाग में आया, फिर आपने सोचा लिखूं कि नहीं लिखूं, फिर आपने बोला चलो लिख लेती हूँ, फिर आपने लिख लिया, फिर उसको पढ़ा, फिर परफॉर्म किया, राइट? इट्स अ होल प्रोसेस. सो आपका कैसे होता है? लाइक you just write it down, stream of consciousness, जो Virginia Woolf की.
Definitely stream of consciousness, because I was having this conversation in the morning with my husband in the car that my poetry, I feel, comes from somewhere. It's not a conscious effort. I feel like it just comes out of my fingertips, and I have a lot of trouble with doing drafts. But I think everybody has their own process. For me, it's observation. If I see something and it clicks with something in my head, then the writing just comes and I stop doing whatever I'm doing. I'll pick up a pen and paper, or I'll just start typing on my phone, or I'll just start saying it loud to myself. But that's how I write.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's more stream of consciousness.
definitely, yeah.
Aya, and you just jot it down.
Yeah.
You don't let the bank of treasures get lost.
No, because the idea is not to impress anybody. I think once we sit down and we start thinking about it, कि अच्छा है या नहीं, I think that spoils it, at least for me as a writer. I feel like it just has to come out in one go, and then you can sit with it later, but you have to let it come out in its purest form.
That's a very good thing she said. We don't write to impress, but to express.
Yeah.
But Sugandha, it's very difficult because हम ना as artists अपने काम को खुद judge करने लगते हैं. ये अच्छा नहीं लिखा है. I can do better. Or, so in that sense, आप बोल रहे हो just do it. Huh? Don't judge your work. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, and it's something that came up in my session with Sudeep Sen 2 days back. There was this young kid who's asked the same question today as well, that 20% is published, what happens to the rest of the 80%? It doesn't matter what happens to the 80%, because you have the satisfaction that you've written something.
So writing is more important.
Absolutely, always, yeah.
Great. I'd like to open the session to the audience. Do you have any questions about writing? Yeah, sure. Come.
Given by performing one of my work.
Is it spoken word?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to
Yes.
ask her if that can be counted as.
Yes, yes.
I think anything can be.
I also had a silly reason to start my poetry. But the sky had 4 colors today, and every time I tried to take a photo, the camera would only show 2 colors. When you see this photo, just imagine the other 2 colors that camera didn't capture, but it preserved in my eyes for the years to live. Every time words are not too full of love, imagine the love that invaded my heart on seeing you for the first time at the airport, and will occupy it till there exists the desire of love. I know it's short. I can't.
No.
It's really
Thank you,
sweet.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
He's come all the way from Tamil Nadu, and he's a part of our fest. I mean, let's just give it up for him, Anybody else? Anybody has a question for Sugandha?
Yeah. Just
Okay, one more question and then we'll come to Vansh.
After him, yeah.
Since I was able to relate to a lot of things that you're saying about being, observing the things first and then make it a personal connection, come back to it later, I am of the opinion that anything that I write, I want it to connect my heart, my soul, and my mind all together. and if it doesn't, I don't feel like it occupies all the inner self of mine to give birth to such any piece that I write, anything that I do. So is there anything that you have similar experience like this golden triangle?
So I think again, you're trying to either impress your own ego or your own self when you say that my heart and my mind and my soul all have to connect, but they're all one and the same thing if you think about it. So there's no, like, to me at least, there's no such golden triangle. If you're happy with something you've written, that's it. If you're not happy with it, that's it too. It's pretty black and white for me at least, personally speaking. Yeah.
Just right.
Yeah, that
Just-
was it.
Just
Thank you,
right.
thank you,
Yeah.
Just right. Punch.
I have no questions, but I just want to show you one of the poem written by me about
Okay.
classroom and the teachers.
Can we see it later because someone else is waiting to do their session here? Can I see it with you personally?
It's just a short poem.
Okay, go ahead.
Facts written in boards, white or black as we know. Asking for doubt, but they never shout. Hey, what do you think I am talking about? A classroom, isn't it about?
That's very
Okay.
sweet.
Lovely.
That's very sweet. Thank you for sharing that one.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Vansh. Okay, last question. हाँ, come again. Please come here.
हेलो
जी.
मैम मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, आप जो कुछ पॉलिटिकल बातें कर रहे थे, मतलब आर्टिस्ट का क्या मतलब, आर्टिस्ट या राइटर या कलाकार जो भी हो, क्या उनका पॉलिटिकल होना ज़रूरी है? क्या उनका कोई पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन एंड एज ए मतलब रिस्पॉन्सिबल सिटीजन, वो राइटर तो है ही, दैट्स हिज पर्सनल थिंग, बट बियॉन्ड राइटिंग क्या कोई पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन होना चाहिए? और अगर होता है तो क्या अपना पॉलिटिकल ओपिनियन को लिटरेचर के साथ, राइटिंग के साथ प्रेजेंट किया जाए?
एब्सोल्युटली, बहुत ज़रूरी है कि राइटिंग पॉलिटिकल हो और वो शेयर की जाए. एंड हिस्टोरिकली अगर आप देखें तो बहुत देश हैं जहाँ पे प्रोटेस्ट, जहाँ पे चेंज ऑफ गवर्नेंस, चेंज ऑफ पावर लेखकों के, पेंटर्स की वजह से हुई है. यू लुक एट फ्रीडा कालो इन साउथ अमेरिका, यू लुक एट चे गुएवारा, दीज आर ऑल पीपल हु वर पोएट्स, हु वर आर्टिस्ट, हु बिकेम, जो आप बॉब मार्ले को देखते हैं वो गाने लिखते थे, बट उन्होंने क्या पॉलिटिकल चेंज किया. आप जॉन लेनन के बारे में जानते हैं, आप बीटल्स के बारे में जानते हैं. दीज आर सिंगर्स, सॉन्ग राइटर्स, पोएट्स, राइटर्स. तो बहुत ज़रूरी है कि लिटरेचर शुड बी पॉलिटिकल. बिल्कुल.
Very well put, Sugandha. On that note, I'd like to thank Sugandha
Thank you so much.
for sharing her poetry with us. And thank you for this lovely audience who's been a supportive audience.
Most of them are our friends.
Yes, so thank you, friends.
Yeah.
I get by with a little help from my friends
Yes.
from the Beatles. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And
The poetry was amazing.
Amazing, Surya.
So rhythmic. I felt every word. It was very emotional. Try not to cry. But yeah, thank you so much. Now I would just like to honor both of you with your gifts.